This is Jim Wingenroth, forecaster with the National Weather Service office in San Angelo, and this is an update to the weather briefing for today due to severe weather potential across the area. For today, we do have another enhanced risk for severe weather across the area. We're expecting quite a few thunderstorms to develop along with severe potential across west central Texas this afternoon through the evening hours, and a number of these storms could be severe. Expected hazards for today: large hail. We're looking at golf ball to baseball size hail possible, similar to yesterday. Damaging winds in excess of 70 miles per hour possible, and we do have a tornado threat again today, EF2 or greater tornadoes possible. We also have locally heavy rainfall and a flooding potential, especially this evening into the overnight hours, and we'll talk about that in here in a little bit. Okay, for the severe weather outlook today, this is the graphic, the hazard graphic for today. We have a enhanced risk of severe storms for large hail and some tornadoes, and the greatest risk is in this orange shaded region here, number 3. We have a slight risk in pretty much covering the rest of the area. Storms are expected to develop along a southward moving cold front across the area as early as 2 to 3 p.m. this afternoon. And any storms that develop today will quickly become severe. We have a very unstable air mass across the area, plenty of shear. So storms should be strengthening as after they form. We are expecting storms this evening to eventually converge into a line or a complex of storms, and that complex should move southeast across the area during the overnight hours. Again, large to very large hail, a golf ball to baseball size, a few tornadoes, and we could see even a strong tornado or two, EF2 or greater, and damaging winds at an excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour. This is your today's hazard potentials. Again, we're looking at wind on the left-hand side here. The greatest risk is going to be in the yellow shaded region there, pretty much covering everywhere south of the I-20. And again, winds in excess of 60 to 70 miles per hour possible. The tornado potential, the greatest potential today, will be from the Concho Valley westward into the northern Edwards Plateau. The greatest risk will occur generally west of a Sterling City to Ozona line. This is the greatest risk for tornadoes. We still do have a risk for isolated tornadoes in this green shaded region here, but we're looking at more of a wind threat in those areas as the evening and overnight, during the evening overnight time period. Hail potential, pretty much the entire area, especially south of I-20, is going to be in a threat for large to very large hail. Again, golf ball to baseball size. And this is a look at the timing of severe weather. If you look at these graphs here, the greatest risk, San Angelo and Abilene, similar time frame, 3 p.m. to about 1 a.m. is your greatest risk for severe weather across the area. Brownwood area southeast of across our southeast counties, a little bit later, should see the peak of activity between 5 p.m. and say 1 a.m. or so. Again, storms could start as early as noon or shortly thereafter. Some of those storms may initially not be severe, but as we get into the mid-afternoon hours, late afternoon hours, we should see an uptick in severe storms across the area. In addition to severe weather, we do have a potential for flooding. Storms yesterday produced some heavy rainfall across the area. And then we should see, as the evening overnight hours, we should see more widespread shower and thunderstorm activity with the potential for heavy rainfall. This light, pretty much the entire area is covered in a slight risk for flooding rains. We are expecting rainfall amounts anywhere between 2 and 3 inches. Some locations may see in excess of 3 inches of rainfall. And with that said, we do have a flash flood watch in effect that we will, or flood watch we have in effect that we'll talk about in a second. But this is the map showing the rainfall potential across the area. And again, anywhere from 1 to 3 inches is expected. The greatest risk would be south of I-20, and localized amounts, again, greater than 3 inches possible. With that said, we do have, this is the flood watch area that we have in effect. Covers pretty much the whole area except for our far western tier of counties. And the timing would be this afternoon through 1 p.m. tomorrow. Looks like most of the precipitation should be ending across our south and east counties tomorrow morning, but we still have the threat for the, some flooding across the area. This is the conclusion of the briefing, and stay safe out there, and we'll probably have another briefing possibly later this afternoon or evening, depending on if there's a change to the severe weather situation.